In this video, I'll be showing my main team that I use for Ultimate Team, for squad battles and for rivals, and about half of my games in champs I use this team too. And let me see, probably the majority of them, or at least half, are Evo players that I've had for a long time. So I'll start with my striker. I think a third of my team, or close to it's from Real Madrid too. As you can see, I used Alba Redondo a long time, 587 matches, and I have about over 1,600 goal involvement in those matches. So she's 5-star, 4-star. This started from the regular gold card. As you can see, it says bought for 2,200 way back. I don't even know when, like November or so. Then she can play right or left wing and striker. I did multiple Evos, but I don't remember which ones. They're long gone by now. And then those are the play styles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's finally down to 9 regular play styles and 3 playstyle pluses. Technical was a regular playstyle for a while. I just got that recently into a playstyle plus, so hopefully with the new season pass that's going to come out, it's supposed to let you have 9 normal playstyles. So if that's the case, I'll try to get Finesse Plus on her. And then there's the attributes. I did that one Evo that gave the 99 dribbling, but at the time the only thing, or I had Technical Plus for a long time, that's right. It was Quick Step Plus I recently got from that last Evo. Those 125,000 coins. Got that. And it gave her +7 to dribbling to get those up to 99. I know that's a lot of coins just for 7 to dribbling and Quick Step Plus, but yeah, she's been my favorite striker that I've used for a long time. So it's pretty much, 99 pace or close to it. And the shooting, everything's really good. And even though on the defending it looks really poor, she can tackle really well with standing tackles. So sometimes the attributes are deceptive, and has relentless, of course, so I can use her the entire match. Okay, next I'll go to my center middle. She was on the right side for a long time until just recently. I played her as a playmaker there too, but now she's for my cam. She started as the ultimate cover star one that you get early on after you buy the game, and then I think she's had 3 Evos since then, and see over 500 something matches there, 5-star on both. Yeah, she plays playmaker there, and in the center middle, the same thing, or box to box. And then there's the playstyles and playstyle plus. She has relentless like almost every single player that I use, because there's plenty of times online when I might be down the first half, but then the second half of the match my players last longer and the other opponents get slow, so then I can come back and win a lot. She has technical plus also, which I really like for the players that I use to score. Helps a lot in and around the box. And then the passing ones, since she's in the middle of the field, those really help a lot too. And then there's her attributes. I'm considering changing it and giving her a shadow chemistry style, so she'll have even more pace and better defending. Yeah, the only thing I was a little concerned about with switching that is I don't know how much the ball control and dribbling would change, especially when I'm using the technical plus to maneuver around to score goals, so I'll have to try it out and see. Okay, then over here is the team of the season, Karchawi. I did the one Evo that added inside forward to her left middle position. That way I can use her there too, which is weird because I ended up using her like that for a short time, then did wide playmaker. She has the energy too to last forever. Quick step plus, technical plus. I really like that technical plus for the ones that I use to score. Um, no shooting play styles, but that doesn't seem to matter because somehow she still makes them really well. She shoots really well. And yeah, her pace is almost max, anyways. And then the finishing, what's that? 92 finishing. Yeah, she shoots really well though. I use finesse shots with her all the time, and she makes them a lot. So, and this one, Kenza Dally, that's my Become Immortals evolution. So she started out as a 85. I use her a lot as a defender, and she takes the free kicks a lot of times because I've scored quite a few goals off the free kicks with her and curve it around the defensive wall. So she's 5-star on balls. Center middle's good, and CDM, even though I don't normally play CDMs at all, so she's using her center middle roles, usually box to box. And then there's her play styles. During that Become Immortals evolution, the regular play styles, I wasn't really able to add stuff because she already had these, which I liked, like the relentless and technical and stuff. I liked her having those. That's part of the reason I chose her for that evolution. And then got the Anticipate Plus and the Intercept Plus, because those really help for defense, and that's what I use her for a lot. And then this, if you look at aggression, it's odd because even with chemistry, it only would be a 72. But there's quite a few times that on her own, without me controlling her, during a match, she'll still intercept the balls and aggressively tackle the opponents anyways. So regardless of people's stats, certain players behave differently in match regardless of that. And she shoots pretty well too, especially for free kicks, to score goals from that. Patry's a new addition from that SBC, because normally I had Aitana over here, and I had a different cam, which I'll talk about in a few minutes when I finish my starters. Yeah, I've only used her a little bit. She seems to be pretty good though. She's faster than you'd think. I know it doesn't show rapid or quick step, but in game she actually moves pretty fast. She has relentless also. She lasts the whole time. This long ball pass I found to be quite useful. It actually gets it over the top of the opponents, and it gets there in time before opponents get there to intercept. And then I put a shadow chemistry style on her to max out her pace. Yeah, and she has good defense and stuff too, taking the ball and tackling. She works good. She's well worth the SBC price. And on the right side, I have Atenea. I've actually used her a lot more than that says because I had a different version of her that I evoed that's in my club, and I think I played 159 matches with that one, and this one over 300, so she's approaching the 500 mark really for how long I've used her. She's 5-star in both. I forget, I think this was the Grassroots Greats version originally. And then, even though she has all these different areas she could play, I use her on the right middle or right wing when I do the 4-3-3 number 4. And there's her playstyle. So that finesse shot plus really works great. I want her to have technical plus, but she has too many normal playstyles, so it won't let me. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, she has 9. So supposedly the new season pass lets you have 9. If that's the case, and if they have technical plus, then that will be going on Atenea. She doesn't have relentless, but she lasts with good stamina about the 75th minute mark. Then it might start affecting her if I used her a lot during that match. So sometimes I have to sub her out. It's actually the only player on my whole starting 11 without relentless. And then there's her stats. She shoots really well though with those finesse shots from the side. Sheila I have over here is my right back. She's about to hit the 600 match mark. She has all those goals because a long time ago I used to play her as a right winger. As you can see, I bought her for 600 coins, a regular gold card back in November. And then I discovered that she plays better at right back than any player I've ever tried. I keep trying different players that have been rated higher than her at different times, and they never perform in matches as well. So I just keep her there. And yeah, her recent evolution also gave her left back, but I have multiple good left backs, so she's staying on the right side. Really dependable for a defender. Yeah, and there's her stats there. So 99 pace. That shadow of chemistry I put on her, that was before I did the last evolution. So I'm thinking of changing that. I might put an anchor on her instead, because then the defending bonuses will be really similar to what they already are. But then she'd also get strength and aggression bonus too. She is aggressive though, and tackles the opponents too, so that's cool. This one's a new addition. I actually have a different center back that I preferred in that position for a long time. It's just because this one's from Real Madrid, like a lot of my other favorite players. That's why I'm trying her out right now. She's worked good so far, but I'll wait and see. She does have relentless, so she lasts, and good pace and defensive stats, but I'll just see. Maybe I was just more used to my other player. And then this one, she's been good since I got her. I've tried multiple different center backs, and she's worked really well compared to a lot of them. Let me see. She could play right back, but yeah, no one's as good as Sheila over there. And then I like the Anticipate Plus on my defenders because with that, I'm able to tackle a lot of times without getting fouls or penalties, so that's useful. And the Intercept Plus and Jockey Plus, those are really good for center backs. It helps me move around. She has the Relentless too. Yeah, I have Anchor on her, which is typical for my defenders on the back. So most of those stats are 99 or close to it for defense and for physical. Then over here is Carmona. She's my favorite left back. She was out of the matches for a short time. I barely got a new evolution for her. She was the FUT birthday evolution that gave 99 pace for a long time. That disqualified her from any other evolutions. She's 5-star too. You can see I used her 581 matches, even with letting other people take her place for a short time. She's made a lot of goals from the left back position. She runs really fast and runs through the whole team and goes up and scores sometimes. I did have her playing left wing a long time ago when I first started. And as you can see, I bought her for 1,300 coins because she was a regular gold card a long time ago. And then there's her play styles. It's 9 now. It was 10. But then that last evolution that's really meant for a left winger that I put on her gave her technical plus instead of regular technical. So now there's 9 of them. So hopefully in the season pass, hopefully there's something good that I can give her. If it allows 9 regular play styles. I'll have to decide between her and Sheila. One of them I want to give block to, and one of them I'm not sure what other one they'll get. And then there's her stats. Like I said, she has 99 pace. The dribbling's really good. The defense is really good. I've had other players with higher defense than that, but she still outperforms them regardless. She's one of those players that regardless of the stats, she performs above them. And the goalkeeper, I use Endler. I used Casillas for a long time, but he makes stupid mistakes sometimes. I'd have 3 or 4 defenders sitting there waiting for him to pass the ball. I'd press for him to pass it to one of the farthest ones, and there's one opponent in front, and he passes it directly to the opponent that's near him instead and makes dumb mistakes. So I swapped him out for Buffon, and Buffon worked really good. The Immortals icon Buffon, he worked really good. And then I tried Endler out, and she actually works slightly better than Buffon for me for the amount that she stops them. And the symbol I see show up most is that deflector one. So yeah, that's why she's still in there too. She has good stats. Buffon's are slightly better, but actual in-game performance, she has performed slightly better for me. But either one of them is definitely better than Casillas because they don't make those dumb mistakes that he does. On to my bench. Basha, she's really good for me. When I switch and use the 4-3-3 number 4 formation, then I normally put Karchawi on the bench and Basha ends up the left wing up top. And she works really well for that. So I've used her, 134 matches? And she can do left back also. I've tried her out there and she works fine there. It's just Carmona ends up outperforming people, so she has Relentless too, which that's good. And then those extra playstyle pluses you could earn before, I gave her the Bruiser plus one because that helps out when she's defending. But even when I use her up top sometimes as a winger, then I can get the ball back from opponents easier and it's closer to the goal with that. Well, right now it's not showing the chemistry numbers because she's not in the starting 11, but she has an anchor, so it gives her bonus to pace and defending and physical. She works good for me. Onabatier is the one that I normally had as my starting center back, because as you can see, I did an Evo a long time ago to make her a center back, and that's what I've used her for, and she works really well. See, over 500 matches. The reason I was switching out and trying that other one is because Ona's only 5'3", and my one main vulnerability on this team is corner kicks because I have too many short players. And Lacroix, or however you say her name, she's only like 5'8", so, and Letizier, or whatever her name is, only 5'7", so that's still a thing. For normal block shots and everything, she works good. It's just the corners she didn't work too good on. But she's quicker and faster and more useful the majority of the time for a center back. She has Relentless also. She has Quick Step, Rapid. I like those. The Intercept Plus helps a lot for center backs. And those other defensive play styles, I'm glad she could pass good. That's useful. Yeah, I use Anchor. She's fast enough. I think she performs a little bit faster than what that number would show. And then the defense, everything works good. Better than what those numbers show. There is the Evo, the create your own team of the season player. I might use that on her if I do that Evo. I'm considering it, but I want to wait and see what's in that new season pass because I might have to use all my coins to get that. This one's Rachel Daly. I used her because she can substitute for the center attacking middle or striker position, and I've started her at center attacking middle quite a few times. As you can see, she has a lot of matches and a lot of goals too. She's fast, but not the fastest. But her, the finesse shot plus works really well with her. She's really accurate with that. I like her as a cam more than a striker. She's good at passing too. The Tiki Taka Plus probably has a lot to do with that. Because regardless of those stats, she still passes really good and accurately. And has good physical, so I'm able to tackle people with her, so that's good. Angela Sosa is the one I normally used as a starting center attacking middle for a long time, and had Bonmatty as the right center middle until just recently when Patry came out. I'm trying Patry for a little bit right now. See, over 300 matches with her, but look how many goals compared to the matches. What, 460 something goals to 310 matches. And I normally played her as a shadow striker, and that worked well. She can do the other two, but shadow striker, in my opinion, actually worked better. She doesn't have relentless, but she has lasted the whole match most of the times without getting tired. I really like the technical plus again on the players that I use for attacking. And she does have 99 stamina, so that's good. And then I put the hunter chemistry on her, because when she is a starter, that helps be even more accurate with shooting. Angle doll I have here. I was doing a Evo on the other version of Angle Doll, which I have at a 90 rating, and I was using that off and on until this one just recently came out for Team of the Season. I used her about 20 matches. I'm still debating between her and Patry of who will be my normal starter there. I'm just switching back and forth in that position between them. I do like the energy that she has. Even like in the 85th minute, she still has plenty of energy in matches. So that's good. Especially a lot of times the way I play online, then different times I'll be behind the first half and then the second half because my players just have so much energy. The opponent's team starts slowing down, and then that gives me an advantage late in the game. And then I used to anchor on her, which I tend to do that a lot for my defenders for the chemistry. Jess Park, which when she starts, excuse me, when she starts on right middle or right wing, so she has chemistry, she's actually the fastest player in the game in my experience. She's faster than the other ones that are like Carmona with 99 pace. She's faster than Mbappe or Vinny Jr. and all of them. That has been my experience with her. So I haven't found any other players fast. Because, I don't know, sometimes those numbers are not accurate at all for when you compare them to actual in-game performance. So she can do center middle also, which when I did that, I did holding. But I can sub her for center middle or right middle in the game if I need to. She does have quick step plus to make her even faster, and of course relentless, so she lasts. Finesse shot, that helps with the shooting. Yeah, even before when she had a lower, like in the low 90s for pace, she's still faster than everyone. And then her defensive awareness is low, but if I manually control her, the standing tackle and everything works great. And yeah, she never runs out of energy. So that's cool. And then this one, Antonia Silva. She's good, but she gets to play on a rare occasion. A lot of those are in rush mode of those 84. That's why the match to goal ratio isn't too good. But yeah, Sheila's just so good over there on right back that this one doesn't get much time. But I already had an Evo version of her that I was doing because I do like this player. And she's on the Real Madrid team, so I like that. She can substitute for center back also. And then I did that Evo, the center back to striker, so that added her shooting stats and made those a lot better. And it makes her work really well in the rush mode. And then there's her play styles. She doesn't have relentless, and if I use her as a starter, she does not last the whole match. She'll be tired. Like a little bit after halftime, then she'll need to be subbed out if she was starting the match. But while she's in the match, she's really fast and good at defense and shooting and everything now. Yeah, you can check out those stats too. And then over here is just extra players that I do like, but and like Mariona, I used to use her a lot before Team of the Season came out to get Karchawi and stuff. I used Mariona a lot. See, she has more goal involvements than matches. And then she also has center attacking metal through her Evos. So even when I first took her out, I was using her as a sub still. She could sub for that, or left side, middle, or winger, or striker. And then she's fast, and she'd shoot pretty accurate too. That's good. And had relentless and everything that I like. But yeah, I was just giving Karchawi a chance. Pyar, I actually spent a bunch of coins to get her because I couldn't get her during Team of the Season from the packs, or from champs or anything. So she's a good card, but not great. She's slower than you would think based on those stats, and not quite as strong to hang on to the ball. Well, she has press proven, plus, and that helps, but she's not as strong as some of my other players, so I've only used her a few matches, so maybe that's why too. But in my experience, either I'm just not good with her, or it just doesn't work with my team. And I'm not used to low-driven shots either. So a lot of times I end up applying too much power instead of tapping it, which makes it so it's not using her low-driven ability. So it's probably just the way I play the game is why it doesn't work so well for me. But she has good stats and everything. I just like the player, that's why I got the card. Where I used to play with her a lot and had Evo that I played a lot with her. That's why I got this card in here. She's there in case of emergency. If some other player gets injured or gets a red card or something like that, I can sub her in. But even though like Angela Sosa and Rachel Daly are rated slightly lower, they actually perform quite a bit better than her in game. So that's why she's over there. Brune, well, she's a striker from Real Madrid. That's why she's over here. I've used her a little bit, but yeah, she's not gonna compare to Alba Redondo, even with all these playstyles and everything. I do like the technical plus and everything, but yeah, none of them really can outdo Alba, so it don't matter. Marta Kazala, I had Evo version of her that I Evo'd a couple times, because I liked using her and she's taller. But for some reason when I use her and they're doing corners, I just can't jump. No matter what, I hold B or tap B or whatever. It's like her feet are glued to the ground when I use her, so that's why she's over here instead of in there. Because I wanted her to be a starter, but, because the height and stuff and jumping, but for some reason she just doesn't jump every time I press it. So that's my main team. I normally use them in 4-4-1-1. I think since February I've been playing this way. Before that I did the 4-3-3 number 4. So if you want to see the tactics and stuff on there, there's the code for it and how I play them. So like Redondo's advance forward attack, Bonmatti's playmaker balance for the cam, Karchawi's wide playmaker attack on the left, Athene's inside forward balance on the right, Patri's playmaker attack in the right center middle. That's pretty much because that's where Bonmatti was with that exact same thing. Kenzadali's box to box, left center middle, Carmona's wing back balance on the left. She's plenty fast to run all the way up there at the ball, and then if the opponent gets it, to run all the way to the back before they can try to score. So, and then my two center backs are on defender defend, but before I had Lacroix in there and have Ona Battier right there, I normally played her on ball playing defender, and it made her more aggressive to step up a little bit, and she'd actually try to tackle the opponents when they're trying to score. Then Sheila, she's on fullback defend. She works great as a wingback also, but I don't want to only have two defenders back there. And then my goalkeeper, when they're on sweeper keeper, has worked better for me. That was my normal tactic when I did the 4-3-3. Was more like this. So There's my team. I'll show my club for a second so you can see what other players I did have to choose from but aren't using. And yes, there are some dudes in there that would actually help out this team if I swapped them out, but there were so many girls on here I figured, well, might as well just make it, have them for all of it. One that would definitely help this team out, which I do use a different team in champs like half the time because of it, is Dan Byrne, because he's 6'6" and really strong, and he blocks the corners real easy when I use him. So for my champs team, he's normally in there. So as you can see, yes, I did earn the team of the season Mbappe. He's okay. I used him. He's all right. The way he has that ratio right there for the goals, that's because I did have him in there for part of the match when you had to do that squad battles thing to score 45 goals on beginner. So that's how he got some of his goals. I think like around 20 of them or something. Maybe 18. I don't know. Somewhere around there. A little less than 20 of those came from that. I do have Alessia Resso that just got up to 96 because they won the Champions League. But even though she's a 96, she's missing technical, quick step, missing relentless. I don't know. I think they really should have improved this some more. And they didn't even release an entire team for them when they won, so I don't know why. Vinny Jr.'s okay. I used him too. The thing is he's weak. He's just really weak in this game. In my experience, they can knock him down, push him over, take the ball from him. So you have to use him as a fast person to outmaneuver him because he just doesn't work too well if there's a lot of physicality. And his tackling, he just kicks right over the top of the ball and keeps running and doesn't take it from him at all most of the time. So even though there's only one number overall difference, Mbappe is way better than Vinny Jr. in my experience for that. This Shaqiri guy is actually good. I've used him in matches. He works good as a right middle. That's what I mostly used him as. I've used him in champs. Let me think. He doesn't have the stamina to last the whole match, though. But he can shoot accurately, and he's good at passing and stuff like that. So I like him. This dude I got is terrible in my opinion. Yeah, he's 6'2". I've used him in friendly mode and I forget what else, just to try him out. But he's really slow and not very maneuverable at all. So I didn't like that. So if he was tradable, I'd be selling him. The FUT birthday Ronaldinho, I got him when they were first out. And he's okay, but not great. He's not fast enough. He can shoot good, though. Just, he runs out of energy halfway through the match, and he's not fast enough, but he can shoot well and pass well. Buffon is a good goalkeeper. I use Endler because she's just been slightly better in my experience for me, but see, I've used him 110 matches. Way better performance than Casillas, and he doesn't make those stupid mistakes of just handing the ball right to the opponent. Palmer was terrible when I tried him. I don't like using him at all. Saliba, he's good against corners and stuff and blocking if you control him yourself. When I let the computer control him, he just stands there like he's dumb, and they just run right around him or dribble right past him slowly, and he'll turn and look at it, but he does nothing. Cherky was terrible when I used him. Too inaccurate, slow, can't pass. Yeah, he's just not it for me. I haven't tried Alvarez yet. I got her from champs, even though because she doesn't have center back, then I don't use her because I have Carmona and Sheila. But she's a cool player, and I like her. That's why I selected her in champs. yeah, I've used her a few times in rush mode, and that's it. Valverde's actually good for right middle. I haven't tried him in center middle yet, but I have used him in right middle. You can see the goals. 18 goal involvements in 5 matches. I like that he's tall. He's strong. He can hang on to the ball. They don't just bully him off of it like some of the other players. And he has a decent pace. It's not like super fast. You'd expect it to be faster based on these numbers, but it's decent. And yeah, regardless of his strength, he actually performs pretty well at keeping the ball. I haven't used that dude yet. There's quite a few that I just haven't had the time to use. I have too many players and there's too many game modes. There's just no way. She worked pretty good. I used her for a while, so 59 matches. I might switch her back in instead of that Lecrar, I'm not sure. But she actually worked pretty good back there as a center back. Let me see what else. Fox is pretty good. I got her from the numero FUT thing. I just bought her, I forget for how much, for 18.5 for one of the evolutions, and that was just before the other left back one came out that caused her to go extinct. And luckily I didn't have the time to use the evolution yet, so when the new one came out I was able to do that for her. So then she's even better with more stuff. And yeah, I've used her a little bit and she's pretty good. Weirdly, Turlin didn't perform up to expectations. I have her other version. I can't remember if it's numero FUT or what, special or fantasy or future stars. Whatever it is, at the time performed well, so I got this one, but I don't know, this one just isn't working for me as much. Esther, on the other hand, worked really well. She just doesn't have the stamina to last all match, but as you can see, the match to goal ratio, I got like 70 goal involvements after 23 matches. It's like a 3-to-1 ratio. Really accurate shooting goals. She's in the right position when you want her to be. Yeah, it's great. I just wish there was a way to give her relentless to make her last longer. If that happened, she'd be on my main team as the substitute probably for any time anything happened to Alba Redondo, because Esther's actually really good in my experience. This dude's huge, but chemistry wise he just doesn't match. I tried in a few matches, but I mean, yeah, chemistry wise he just doesn't work. But his stats are great and he's huge, and I've seen more and more people using him online. But now this one, Dan Byrne, this SBC, in my opinion, from what I've used him, he has been the best center back in the whole game. Definitely in my experience. He's huge, but he's actually maneuverable enough. He's not super fast, but he's big and gets in the way, and you can tackle people really easy with him. He has Anticipate Plus, so he doesn't get penalized or fouls when he's tackling people, which is useful. And I can easily block corners with him and stuff, and that's why I use him for champs. Like half the time I'll rotate between my main team, and then I have a champs team that's almost the same, but he's one of the few additions to that other team as a center back, because he works really well. He even has the aerial plus when he's already huge anyways, and the block plus. So I think it's long expired. I'm not sure, the SBC for him. I'm pretty sure it's expired looking at it, since it's from Premier League. But if you have him, he's definitely worth using. And if there's any Evo thing to like add numbers to him, or add another playstyle, which I doubt they'll ever give Relentless, which would be awesome if they did, as an individual playstyle. But if not, something like Intercept Plus or Bruiser Plus, that'd be great to have on him too, or even Jockey too, any of those. But yeah, in my experience, he's definitely the best center back I've used in the game. far better than like Saliba or any of them, or even the ones that I use on my team regularly. He's definitely better than all of them. Let me see, most of these people I haven't had a chance to try yet. I think I tried him out a few times. He worked good. He's 5'11". He has the intercept and jockey plus. He has the energy, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so Kunde worked pretty good. I haven't got a chance to try out Di Maria yet, but I want to. Let me see. I haven't tried Simon yet. There's no chance of her making my team because she has left back, and I have Carmona, Kerchalia, and Basha there, so there's no way anyone else has a chance. I haven't had a chance to try out Alexander Arnold yet. I have used Nedved in those cup modes, the Major League Soccer Cup, and then he's on the team for the Saudi Cup to be using him. He works good. His only problem is he's slow. He's slower than I expected. But other than that, he works good. Yeah, I haven't used him for the Travellas or shooting at goal. It's mostly take the ball from the opponent with him, even though his defense is supposedly low. He works good for taking the ball from the defense and passing and stuff, getting it to my other players. But he is slow. He's tall though, so that helps against corners. I got done recently from the 1 of 15 pick that you can do. I have her gold card that I used a long time ago, a little bit, and it worked well, so that's why I picked her. But I haven't got to use that new version yet. Yeah, that one, Turi Abelera, or whatever her name is. She's on Real Madrid. That's why I did the Evo, because I have a Real Madrid team just to mess around with. Reeton, or Wrighton, however you say her name. She works pretty good. She's maneuverable and she can shoot well. She's just not strong enough, so they can knock her down sometimes. Other than that, she's maneuverable and quick and can shoot well. Old Casillas. Look how many matches I used him for. He's well worth it for the SBC, and he blocks a lot of shots. He's useful. It's just every once in a while he'll just straight up cost you the match all on his own and roll the ball straight to an opponent that's right in front of goal. Completely different than the direction you press on the controller. So yeah, most of the time he's good blocking shots, but every once in a while he'll just directly be the cost of an entire match. I used her Cooney Cross for a while. I evoed her, used her as a defender mostly. Yeah, that's enough about that. Let me see. Danny Olmo's okay. Not great because he tends to get knocked down. He's too weak, but other than that, he's okay. Gayoro, she's okay, but not great. A lot of these I haven't had the chance to use. I forget out of these two, one of them's awful to use and one's okay, but I can't remember how to Stansfeld and Wood. I think Stansfeld is the okay one, Wood's awful, but I'm not sure. Clinton performs above average. I used that +1 overall Evo on her that they gave out a while ago. Yeah, she can make the finesse shots and she's quick, not the fastest, even if you use chemistry to max it out, like Jess Park's still faster, but she's pretty fast, and works good for tackling and stuff, like a good overall player for center middle, if you don't have like a favorite player or something. Paris worked alright when I tried her a little bit. This Omega was a complete waste. I kept hearing online about how good he is, and I've used him in friendlies multiple times before I tried him in a couple normal matches. He's really slow. See his pace, see how high it is, how fast he should be? He's really slow in my opinion, and not maneuverable, and that made him terrible for me to use. So I don't like using that player at all. I think he's a big waste. This one, she's worked alright. I used her in some of the cup things that require a lower rating. She actually saved quite a few shots and stuff. So yeah, I like that player, that Tullis Joyce. Let me see. I used Domini a little bit. She's tiny, but yeah, I don't really know. I haven't used her enough to make an opinion. Let me see who else. See, a lot of these I haven't had the time to use. Zambrata with the Evo, he works decently on right middle, but I wouldn't use him as left back. He doesn't work good there. This is Inigo Martinez I did from that evolution a long time ago, around Team of the Year time. I've had a terrible experience with him. He constantly does nothing and just lets people run around him all the time. I mean, now, yeah, his stats don't look as good, but back whenever that was, December, January, something like that, his stats look good, but he is a terrible player in my experience. It just did not work for me. There's my other Evo of Ware that I used to use. Yeah, she is actually pretty good. For some reason, I had better experience with this one than the higher rated Team of the Season one, so I don't know what's up with that. Greenwood, her Evo and stuff seemed to work pretty good. I used to use her more for a while. Let me see who else. Kika has really good stats. Performs a little bit worse than you'd expect seeing those stats. Katarina, I used her when she first came out, and I was able to actually score quite easily, especially in rush matches. This dude worked alright. He could score matches. I think he's one of the ones that gets tired though, part way through. But when he has energy, he works good. Kelly's okay over there. Let me see. I think this is one of the ones that worked pretty good as a center back, but I'm not totally sure. There's a couple of them I swapped out and tried. Him and Lucas Vasquez I tried too. As a right back. McManaman was okay, but he can definitely do dumb things and pass straight to an opponent in directions you didn't even press, so that's real annoying. Gio, she's fast. Almost all of her matches that I used her was in rush mode when I first got the low driven thing and was, I was trying to figure out how to use that, and so she worked good in rush mode. I don't know about normal matches because I haven't had the chance to use her. Bombastor actually worked pretty good as a defender on the left side as a left middle, because that's what I used her for a while. I liked that she had chemistry easily, so I could put her with anyone. This Capdevia worked pretty good too when I used him. It's just that, I have Carmona and all them, so that isn't going to happen. He can't replace her, but he's actually pretty good if you get him. Beasley doesn't seem to work too good for me. I don't know why. This dude, that Mascherano, he gets tired too easy. That Mooney, with whatever Evo it was I put on him, he actually works pretty good for taking the ball from him and passing it and stuff. I'll say a lot of these I haven't used. This dude was okay. Not great, but not terrible. Who else? A lot of these I haven't had time to use. Bussie's actually pretty good. It's just she doesn't have the relentless, so she won't last the whole match. But with that technical plus, quick step plus, finesse shot, yeah, she works good. I mostly used her in friendlies matches. So the stats don't show, but yeah, she worked pretty good. Oh, I know why. It was also because I had a version that I'd bought with coins, and so then when I got this untradeable first owner version, I swapped them out to sell the other one. So that's why all her stats are missing. Hasegawa, I tried her a few matches. I don't know, I expected more out of her. It's long gone now, but it's really not worth the investment. A lot of these people I haven't had time to try. There's so many of these Team of the Season ones. McCutcheon actually worked decently when I used her. This Kurtz is way too slow and unusable. Let me see who else. I still want to try out that dude, that Gibbs White. I wanted to try him out because he's tall. See, I only got to try him one match so far, but he is tall and he has Travella Plus, and that's probably the skill I'm worst at and don't know how to do it too well. But I do want to practice that at least for next year's game. So I would like to try him out and try that skill. This was my first year playing Ultimate Team, so I'm learning as I go. I don't think I've tried any of these players. Let me see. I got this Dream Chases version aware, but I recently got that from the 1 of 15 pick, so I didn't have her all that time. Same with this version of Mbappe. I didn't have him either. So you can see 0 matches played with either of them, because I just barely got them from the 1 of 15s. I never actually tried out that goalkeeper. I don't know anything about her. This dude worked alright for in the middle, and I used him as a center attacking middle, I think, for my cup thing once I earned him, and he seems pretty good so far. I'll have to try him more to decide if he's just okay or good. Who else? Galton used to be my substitute for left middle. Right after Mariona, or for left back, she can sub for either one. I don't know if she normally could have, or if that was because the Evo that I put on her, but she's actually pretty good. There's the Evo version of Karchawi that I used to use before I got the Team of the Season one. This guy, Orcus guy, is actually pretty good. I know I haven't used him a lot, but actually I mostly used him in Rush when I did. But he seemed fun to play with, and he's big. This one I did the Future Stars Academy with. She's good and can score, and she's super fast. Her and Jess Park are both extremely fast. They're really close to each other for how the speed is. I would have used her more, and should have, but not long after I got all this done, then I ended up switching from the 4-3-3 number 4 to a 4-4-1-1, and because of that, she doesn't have the left middle and doesn't have the plus plus for right middle, so that's why I didn't use her more. Kirby's okay, but I don't know. Whenever I use her, it seems like the defense just double and triple teams her and gangs up on her constantly. Almost every match I've used her, they're constantly ganging up on her, which sucks because I wanted to try out that Travella Plus, but it's hard when they're all over. I haven't used Fermin since he got all his upgrades, so I still need to do that. This flashback version of Rolfo was really good, just she didn't have the energy to last the whole match. But she is one of the ones, which is weird again, low aggression stat, but she's really aggressive. She would go after the opponents even without me controlling her, and she'd tackle them and slide tackle them and stuff on her own and get the ball for me. She doesn't even have a slide tackle playstyle, and she'd still do it and take the ball from the opponents. And I'd play her as a center middle, either holding or box to box. I think it's holding, but is how I used to play her. See, 173 matches, but she'd go after the opponents on her own. Wubben-Moy was pretty good with that Evo on her. Yeah, and this Feldkamp's pretty good too. That Marquez worked pretty good for me, and is a hero player, so the chemistry worked all the time. The couple matches I played with Kramer worked well. This version of Kogel somehow didn't work too well. She's okay, but I don't know. Look at that, just 2 goals off 10 matches. But I had the numero FUT version, I think it was, and she worked way better back then, the numero FUT one, so I don't even know. Di Bernardo seems to be pretty good and have potential, but I'm not sure. Wouldn't be a starter for me. I want to try this Laura Perez and see how she is. I'm not sure. I want to try this dude too. Yeah, there's just too many I haven't had time to try. I just have so many players and there's so many modes and there's no way to keep up. Oh, this is my Evo version of Angle Doll that I was using before. So then there's all her playstyles. I don't remember what she started out as when I got her, but she worked good. Actually, I think this version's defense is higher than the team of the season, even though the team of the season one's overall is higher. Matthias, I think he's the one. Yeah, that's actually pretty good for a center back. When I used him, I had bad experience using Bale. He made terrible decisions a lot of times when I tried him, so yeah, I don't use him. That Smith one was okay. With the Evo, maybe she could be good, but she was alright. Let me see who else. Gabriela Garcia, she's just too slow. Some of these I only got to Evo them later on, but I already had players far better, so I didn't get to use them anymore. Paula Tomas, I like that one. I used her quite a bit, as you can see, as a defender in the center middle. I did an Evo to get her to be center middle, and she worked well for a long time. There's the Evo version of Marta Cazalla that I used to use for a lot of matches. So there's that, and then Fernando Torres, I did that SBC, is total waste. He's really weak. They easily knock him down and take the ball from him. Yeah, I think that was a big waste. This Mullen one actually worked alright when I tried him a little bit. This dude worked pretty good as a center middle, just regular center middle, deep lying playmaker. He's not quite fast enough the way things are now, but he used to be. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it that's worth mentioning out of here. Rodman, that was the FUT birthday version. She was decent back then when her card first came out, but I recently did an Evo to her to add advanced forward for striker and tried her, and I don't know, she just seemed slow. 97 pace, somehow slower than 90 pace. And she just seems slow and not as maneuverable or anything anymore. This dude's gonna help for the Saudi League thing that I have to do for that cup. So that's good. Scott actually works pretty well too. This Sergey, he was terrible when I used him. Who else? I don't know. A lot of these players I never got to use at all. There's just so many. I don't see how anyone could have the time. Yeah, I'm doing an Evo on her just so she'll have more pace, so maybe someday I might be able to use her again. I used to use her, 230 matches. I used her when I was new at the game. And this version of Atenea, I used her and Evo'd her a long time ago before all these new versions came out, and same with Antonia Silva. Used to use her sometimes too. Same with Lorente. There's multiple of them that I evoed and used for a while till better versions came out. So anyways, that's that for my team. I think this video is way too long already, so I'm gonna end it now.